What's going on, everyone? Welcome on in to the Ryan Ripken Show. Happy Friday. It is January 16th, and it is episode 119 of the Ryan Ripken Show, which Zach says it's not accurate, but I don't care.
It's not accurate. Like, it's not, I don't say it is, because like, it's just so blatantly, like, it's not even close.
Oh, Zach, it's okay. You're a good kid, man, and all of you guys are good kids out there. And for those who don't know, that's the highest compliment you'll get from me. And don't be coming at me guns hot here, Zach, okay? It's okay. It's Friday. Just take a deep breath. But you know what's coming out of the gates hot is this hot stove. It is heating up here. Last night we saw moves, another move today. Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers, Bo Bichette to the Mets. Another player signed, JT Realmuto, back to the Phillies. And then what the hell is going to happen next? And does that mean Framber Valdez is going to be the next domino? Well, we're going to talk about all of this because it's a whirlwind. And, yeah, there's still football going on. John Harbaugh hasn't officially been announced as the Giants head coach, so we're still waiting on news on that end. But then on the football side, the Ravens have a second interview in for their next head coach. Let's see. Playoffs continue this weekend in the divisional round. And then we have our Friday call-ins are back for our channel members, the Rips Better Kids. We will have you on at the end of the show. And let's see. Yeah, that's kind of it. And we're bringing back Let Me Put My Poems in You. You know, it's a segment where I have the song lyrics, which then Zach, or behind the keyboard, Nate, is going to have to solve here. And there's Nate. Nate.
What's going on?
Dude, so by the way, for all of our viewers, this is Nate. If you've recognized him before, he's made one previous appearance, but now he's intern Nate. Hey, intern Nate.
Yeah, I'm going to be here for the semester, probably in the summer. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm good. Honestly, if all of you could have seen Zach and I try to help Nate lower the mic.
I was sitting there for a full minute trying to figure out what I was doing, but I figured it out.
It was something. It was something. But you know what, Zach? He's going to learn. Just like you, Zach, you've blossomed here in our 119 episodes of the show.
It's discounting all the work we've put in. We have put over like 200, maybe 400. We have over 560 live streams. We're just putting it down to 119. Unreal.
Well, something's got you fired up there, and it's not the baseball move. Kevin Jr. Interesting.
We'll have to go with that. We're just every intern, it adds another junior.
Junior.
I'm totally cool with doing that.
I don't know if you do. I don't know if you want to.
How come?
You know what? Don't worry about it. We don't want to get you all fired up here at the moment, Nate. You're new to us. We appreciate you, and we appreciate all of you. Hit that like and subscribe button wherever you're tuning in from, YouTube, X, Facebook, and we are on Spotify and Apple. If you hit the follow button, subscribe button, look, it helps us continue to get the word out here as we are going to be live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m.-ish to 5 p.m.-ish. So appreciate you guys and appreciate Merit Clubs back there. Shout out to them. Let's get into what's been firing people up, Zach. Last night, of course, we did a little live stream, and I'm so glad we did not talk about Kyle Tucker during yesterday's show. Why? Well, because freaking Kyle Tucker then signed with the LA Dodgers, which was not one of the teams that was considered the finalist, but it's the Dodgers that swoop in, and it's a record deal. 4 years, that's not the record part. $240, that's not the record part. It's the AAV, average annual value, of $60 million. Kyle Tucker, $60 million a year. He's going to go play for the Dodgers. There are opt-outs, though. He has opt-outs after year 2. But nonetheless, Zach, the Dodgers, the evil empire of the 2020s, they just went and just got some more star power, dude. I know we laughed about it. We just put out the Ryan O'Hearn interview, and then whammy. Well, tough shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, this is ridiculous. Listen, I feel like we're paying for the name Kyle Tucker than we are more the production, because he had the same war as Ramon Laureano last year. Like, last year was a big down year for Kyle Tucker. And it didn't matter. It didn't matter. And we've gotten reports that apparently he had an 8 and a 10-year offer on the table as well. He's making $60 million a year, and Aaron Judge is making 40. That it's just it is crazy the amount of money. And then we can get into the Bo Bichette because I think he got 42. The contracts that have been handed out are ridiculous. We were wondering what was going to happen. Is it going to be long term? Is he getting the 10, 12-year deal, or is it going to be short AAV deals? Even in my wild, we were laughing at the possibility when the reports came out that the Mets offered $50 million. Ends up they offered 55, and they still got outbid. $55 million a year, and they got outbid.
Yeah, so let's put this into context here, okay? The Orioles signed Pete Alonso and Ryan Helsley, just those two players, and that's going to be $43 million a year, right? Something like that for those two players, $43 million.
Yeah.
So you want to sprinkle in, let's just say Kittredge's contract's in there, and that's another $6 million, $8 million, whatever it is, $9 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's still below one Kyle Tucker in this case. And last year, one of the best pitchers on the market, or that turned out to be one of the best deals last year. Nick Pivetta signed a 4-year, $55 million contract. 4 years, $55 million. And Kyle Tucker is getting more than that in 1 year. Nick Pivetta, by the way, was in the Cy Young consideration last year in the National League. So this is where it's all over the place. But first off, hell yeah for players getting paid, Zach. I am never going to be upset with players getting the bag because it's a business. It's hard, and it's not a friendly business at times. The reason why there's so much disconnect, in my opinion, the arbitration system, where you get to the big leagues and then you have to continue to prove your worth over and over and over again, and you hope that you're really good when the arbitration's done, and then you can sign a fully guaranteed contract, and then you're in a really unbelievable position. Now, I know people would say, well, you're in the big leagues, you're making a lot of money. Well, yes, but in an instant, your opportunity to make tens, hundreds of millions for some of these guys can turn into you get the league minimum, and then you're out of a job and you're moving on with your life. And you hope that people take care of their money the way that they need to. But it's a huge situation. You go look at Ryan O'Hearn, who we had on yesterday. Mr. Brohern wasn't sure if he was going to be in professional baseball, meaning he might have gone to Japan, Korea, South Korea to go play baseball. And instead, he went to the Orioles, went to AAA, things panned out, and now he signed a 2-year, $29 million deal. But he was on the verge of possibly going a different path, Zach. So that's why I never get mad at players for getting paid. Now, in this case, people are going to be mad at the Dodgers. Look, I ain't even mad at the Dodgers because I think baseball, dude, the Jays were toe-to-toe. The Jays, in some people's minds, they should have won the World Series last year. That's how it's looked at. But the Dodgers prevailed, and it was really not their star power that is the reason why the game continued, unless you want to consider Miguel Rojas as the star power piece, which I guess he was. But he is the reason why the Dodgers then continued on, and then Yamamoto, who obviously is a beast, he went on and had one of the most incredible postseason performances you're going to see. So, Zach, with all this, I wouldn't say people should hate the player. I don't think you should hate the team, but if you want to hate how the game is structured, I think that that's an understanding because now this whole cap situation, salary cap convo, it's only going to get louder here as we move towards next year where the CBA is going to be up.
Yeah, it's the conversations that are going to come from this offseason. I mean, this is one of those things where it's like, boy, this escalated quickly because up until last weekend, less than a week, Saturday, Pete Alonso had the highest AAV contract handed out this offseason at $31 million per year. Bregman gets 35, Bichette gets 42, and Tucker gets 60. And, as we get into it more, I mean, Tucker's got an opt-out after 2 years. Bichette's got an opt-out after years 1 and 2. These are very short-term deals that, in all, they're probably back out on the market next year for Bichette and the year after for Tucker, and they're going to get even more money. So with everything kind of, the CBA, all the different factors, I think they were like, hey, I'm going to get a super high AAV contract now, going to see how everything plays out. If I like how it plays out for the player's sake, I'll go back into free agency. If I'm like, whoa, don't like that, I'm going to take my insane short-term contract for 3 or 4 years, ride it out, and then hop back in and hope to get something similar. But I did not think we would see the day where a guy was getting 60 million. I mean, we were debating on which guys are worth 30, 35 million a year. Now we're doubling that in the same offseason. Like, there were debates of, hey, Bregman and who's better, Bregman, Bellinger. That's the biggest winner here, Bellinger and Framber, because price of a brick going up. I mean, if I'm Cody Bellinger, I'm walking in, I'm getting 45. If Kyle Tucker just got 60, I'm getting 45. This change last night changed the offseason. I don't want to say for the worst, because like you said, depending on who you are, for the teams for the worst, because now if you're vying for Bellinger or Framber, price is going up. But for the players, this could not have worked out any better.
Yeah. I mean, the other part to this is when you're hearing about the Bellinger conversation, it was the team didn't want to give more than 5. Boris and Belly's camp, that camp wanted 7. So it's either the AAV goes up or Belly gets all 7 years, So anyway, it's advantage Bellinger because the Yankees need Cody Bellinger more. Like, they need him in this situation. Now, Zach, sorry, I forgot what the Jeff Passan clip. Is that more about Real Muto, or is that about this whole situation?
Well, so this was actually all brought up because Jeff Passan was on Pat McAfee's show earlier, and the deal broke for Real Muto, and then he kind of talked about how everything snowballed over the last 24 hours. So we'll listen to that and hear what he had to say about it.
Hopefully for baseball, that's not the case. I don't know if you're getting an update right now. We will certainly love.
Yeah, I just got some news. JT Real Muto is going back to Philadelphia. 3 years, $45 million.
Come on.
Hey, congratulations. Real Muto's real deal.
It's a good get.
That's a great gift for Philadelphia.
Wanted him in Boston.
Is that 15 per there? Is that what that is? 345?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And look, the Phillies were in on Bo Bichette. And Bo Bichette earlier today, we talk about Kyle Tucker's deal, 4 years and $240 million. Bo Bichette got 3 years and $126 million from the New York Mets. So really the fallout from the Kyle Tucker deal last night, he goes to the Dodgers when everybody was thinking it's going to be the Mets or it's going to be the Toronto Blue Jays. The Mets turn around and they pivot to Bo Bichette and bring him into an infield that was filled already, but they needed a bat to protect Juan Soto in their lineup, and the Phillies were in on Bichette. They now go back to Real Muto, who's been their catcher for a half decade and has been part of all of the great things that they've done.
So in this case, the Kyle Tucker deal initially, the Kyle Tucker situation, and I still go back, it's not even Kyle Tucker, I'll go back to Ranger. Actually, take it one more, Bregman. Bregman kind of set off this domino if we want to start this process. Because with Bregman signing with the Cubs, that's who the Red Sox thought that they were going to get. Then the Red Sox pivoted to their next priority, and that was Ranger Suarez. Then Ranger goes to the Red Sox, and now people are going, wait a minute, if I was in on Ranger, well, now it's getting a little bit tighter. Then you're hearing the Kyle Tucker conversation. Tucker then felt like the Mets, Blue Jays, here come the Dodgers to bring him in. Now the Mets are going, well, what the hell just happened here? We ain't letting this fly. Hey, Bo, you want $42 million? Here you go. We'll see you in New York next year. And there it is. Bo Bichette now, $42 million a year is going to be a New York Met. And then the Phillies are going, well, we wanted Bo. All right, JT, come on back. We still love you, man. We love you. We just had to wait on if we were going to have to pay out Big Bo here. Now JT comes back. That's a need for the Phillies at catcher. And it's this cycle now, Zach, because the Mets actually, of all this, I thought about this, what is the next domino to fall? And specifically then in my mind, I think on a position player side, it's got to be Cody Bellinger. But if you're looking at pitcher, does that mean Framber Valdez is that next pitcher to fall? Or is the trade market about to get hot again? Because with the urgency of Framber being at the top of the list, and then you have Zach Gallen maybe next, is Freddie Peralta now going to be a bigger trade chip? Are teams going to be more aggressive to go get Freddie because of all of this happening? Because the Mets, dude, I thought if they landed Tucker, I don't know if they get Framber. But now that they landed Bo Bichette, I mean, if they were willing to give 220 for Kyle Tucker, they just spent 126 on Bo. You see, there's $100 million they still got that they had planned to give out, and now they're willing to maybe use those resources elsewhere. So I still think for Framber, it's in his court, but the Mets, I think, are still going to make a move here. I think that's going to be really tough for a team like Baltimore to keep up unless they're going to be willing to go to a bidding war with Steve Cohen.
Yeah, and I'll say this. I think the Mets, if I'm them, they need a starting pitcher. I think they have to go starting pitcher through trade, and here's why. Here's why I think they got to go Cody Bellinger, Ryan. I'm going to name you 3 names. Nick Morbido, Tyrone Taylor, Jared Young. It's 3 names. Those 3 names happen to be the 3 outfielders besides Juan Soto that are currently on the New York Mets 40-man roster. Tyrone Taylor, good defensively. Every once in a while, he's put up some decent offensive stats and spurts. Other guys, bench bats. I mean, nothing too fancy. They need another outfielder. Like it is not we hope to. They need. Like that is not a competitive outfield after you get past Juan Soto. So if I'm the Mets, you still technically have a need. I know they're with the whole Ahmed Rosario can play first base and all that, yada, yada, yada. I just think Cody Bellinger, he gives you an option at first if you need to move things around. He gives you that center fielder lockdown. Another lefty in the lineup, it just makes too much sense. I think that's got to be their next move, and then trade one of these young pitchers that they have in a deal for a Peralta and try to extend him or something like that. But if they're going to have to settle for one or the other, I think it's a lot easier to hand out the big contract to Bellinger and then trade for a pitcher, because there aren't many outfielders on the trade market. You know, you have like Brenton Doyle in Colorado, but besides that, Taylor Ward was probably the biggest name available. So if I'm the Mets, I'm going, hey, there are pitchers available. If we want to make the move for Freddie Peralta, if we want to call the Marlins and see what they're talking about, even though they say they want Alcantara, different things like that. It's easier, I think, to get a pitcher in the trade market right now than it is to get a bona fide outfielder. So if I'm them, I'm giving Cody Bellinger whatever he wants right now.
The ball is literally in Cody Bellinger's court. Like, this is exactly what Scott Boras wanted. He wanted the power. You know, Steve Bisciotti said, I have the power. Scott's got the power there because he's got the Yankees, you know, in a chokehold in this sense, where the Yankees, they could say, Scott and Cody, we're going to give in and make this deal. Or the Yankees, another way, they're like, we still got to make a move. Maybe they do go pivot to get Freddie Peralta and just say, we're just going to make our pitching insanely good, right? Like that's where they're stuck with. But you're right. Look around. It's scarce now when it comes to top end available talent, especially the position players, specifically in the outfield. It's Cody Bellinger.
Yeah.
But I do think Cody Bellinger understands, and Scott Boras, that the Yankees are the best fit. Now, if a team wants to pay Cody, he's going to go where they pay him. But Cody had success in New York. You know it fits. And I don't take that for granted. The consistency of knowing your surroundings and coming into it, that's a big part. But with all of that, then you're looking at this, and the teams that and don't count out the Blue Jays here now, Zach. Like there's all the reports out there. They're like, oh, you think we're done?
Yeah.
The Blue Jays ain't done making moves. They are going to look and see how they can continue to prove that they are.
I think they thought they were. I truly believe they thought they were going to leave with one of Bellinger or one of Bichette or Tucker. I don't think it was a doubt in their mind that they would get one of them. I think things just happened too quickly where they put all of it into Kyle Tucker. He pivots last second. Actually, I believe he pivots from the Mets last second from kind of the rumor mill of what's being reported and kind of insinuated. It sounds like the Mets had a very intriguing offer that maybe he was going to go with that short-term $55 million offer. And then the Dodgers were like, hey, money does not exist to us. Here you go, a little bit more. We'll take that. So I think things happened fast. And then suddenly Bo was going to sign with the Phillies. Like Bo had a 7-year, $200 million contract with the Phillies on the table from reports that are out there. Last night, the Phillies gave him what he asked for, and the Phillies fully thought that this morning he was going to sign the deal. Here come the Mets, say, hey, we'll give you, what was it, $42 million a year, you know, and next thing you know, he's packing for Queens. So things happen quickly before you even have time to pivot. And now a lot of teams, I think, are stuck there because of, like you said, it all started with Bregman. If the Red Sox get Bregman back and Suarez is still out there, does that mean other guys? Like, it's just a lot of things does suddenly, you know, they get Bregman back. Do they go for Bichette to try to double dip? It all started with Bregman going to Chicago, and now here we are. So I think it's just beginning. It's one of those things where it's like Scott Boras can't keep getting away with this, but he does. He played the cards perfectly. And now Cody Bellinger is sitting there because when you look at the outfielders available and what they are expected to get, at least on a market value AAV, you have Cody Bellinger, and then there's a massive gap, actually a $20 million AAV projection gap. And the next guy is Harrison Bader, Starling Marte, Max Kepler, Tommy Pham, Jesse Winker, Austin Hayes. So there's a big gap. There is a very obvious prized possession remaining for a bat in free agency.
No doubt, and just crazy when you think about that value difference right there. It's insane what's being thrown around. I am entertained. I am, and I know it can be a bigger debate here, which we could maybe save for a different day about. What does the MLB need to have a salary cap? Does it must it happen? Look, things are going to have to change next year because of the structure, but I don't think it should be because the Dodgers are spending all the money and they're saying screw it. There's other parts here. There's other parts involved, but 60 million per year is crazy. But with that, teams pivot. Pivot. Do you know the pivot reference?
No.
Nate, Zach, if you don't know this, Nate, do you have any idea what pivot?
I have no idea.
Oh, sugar. There's a sitcom called Friends.
Oh, it is from Friends. I was going to say that.
I've never heard of that.
Okay. Homework time. Maybe that's what we have to review next week then, Zach. We are going to review. We're not going to do a movie review. We're going to review the pivot scene because it's quick, Zach. Homework it's like a 3-minute scene, but I want you to have that down.
It's 2 minutes, 19 seconds.
Oh,
The pivot scene in Friends?
yeah.
I know it was from a sitcom, and I was going to take a blind guess, but I was afraid I was going to say like Friends, and then you were going to be like, that is just not Friends.
You don't act. We got to get back to this conversation, but don't act like you guys are like, oh yeah, I know Friends. Stop it, both of you.
Oh no, I was
I'm acting
between.
like I know Friends, dude. I just know the name of the show, and I know it's a show, but I've never actually watched Friends. I'll tell you that.
I'm not gonna lie. I was guessing between that 70 show and Friends. I was like, it's definitely from a sitcom, and I was like, those are the two. Those were the two that I was between. I was like, do I just blind guess one?
Have you ever seen Full House? That's the best sitcom of them all.
So you've seen Full House.
Yeah, I've seen every single episode of Full House.
And you haven't seen any of Friends? Like
No.
nothing?
Nope. I've
Okay.
seen nothing of Friends. I've seen like clips and like stuff, but I've never actually watched it. I've watched every single episode of Full House, though.
Oh, well, you know what? Good for you on that. All right. Good for you on that. A little redeeming quality for you. Okay.
Thank you.
A little bit redeeming. But
Thank you.
But baseball for a second to close out this conversation. Okay. I am just really curious on what these next couple deals are going to be, Zach, because the ball is in the free agents court right now.
Yeah.
And the bigger part of it is as we're recording this on January 16th, and I've mentioned this so many times, things are heating up, and because spring training is less than 3.5 weeks away. You know, guys that are playing in the World Baseball Classic are going at the first possible report date, which is February 8th, 9th? Like, we're almost there.
Yeah.
No team wants to go into spring training not knowing what their roster construction is. It scares the hell out of them. It stresses the hell out of them. And for that sake, they need to get deals done. So players, if they feel comfortable, and I still think there's a worry here, but when it comes to Framber or it comes to Cody, they're going to get multi-year deals, so they're going to get guaranteed money. But overall for the teams, they understand if guys come into spring training late and they're not able to get in routine, that's a risk. Yes.
Like Snell.
It's 6 weeks, spring training, but believe me, when you don't get in routine the way that you need to with a new ball club, it can impact you. Not that it always will, but it can impact you. And especially if you have World Series aspirations, you want to get this shit done and make sure you want your guys in the building when first day of camp opens. So Framber, Cody, the two names we're all eyeing, but don't sleep on Zach Gallen here now. He is going to be a big player. And guess what, Zach? His value just went up in the situation. And I still think Zach can be a steal in this whole conversation. Why? He's proven he can pitch at a high level. But the question is, can he get back to that? And I think we're going to find out here soon in 2026. But you are new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show. We are live here on YouTube, Facebook, and X Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m.-ish right here. We appreciate you guys. And if you're on Spotify and Apple and you're listening to this later on because we upload it after the live show, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a rating or a review. It helps us out tremendously. We're trying to push out the good word so we can continue to do this and give you more and more content. We got a heck of a lot of content coming your way here in 2026. The best is yet to come here with the Ryan Ripken Show and Ryan Ripken Media. How's that sound, Zach? Did I hit that?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Apparently there's a, you know, I curse at times. I mean, I see they're saying
It's a Friday. It's a shit counter.
There's a shit counter.
Shit counter.
Does that become a thing? It might.
It might. Also, I will say, just because we're talking about spring training, shout out Masson. Once the whole thing with the Nats and everything going, 20 spring training games will be broadcasted for the Orioles. So usually they're like 7. So big win there. Big win there to watch the Orioles in some spring training action. That's what we're talking about, you know? Fun times. GTs and ST.
GTs and ST. Hey, you know, I know a lot of people are excited to see more games, and they're excited for the season. As disappointing as it was last year for people, they're very excited about what this year's in store because it is a fresh slate. It's a clean slate. And despite all the struggles in Baltimore, at least, there is still a great nucleus and core, and people love baseball. It's close. It's crazy to think in 2 months and change, Zach, end of March is opening day, and we're back at it. And it's happening over and over and over again. So it should be great. It should be really great to see. And I'm excited to see what all of that's going to look like here. Oh, well, why don't we take a quick break from the stream and let's bring on the other stream. Hey now, Zach. Huh. Look at that. Brought to you by our friends over at AutoStream Car Care Center. And look, guys, we just partnered with Auto. Now I can't say it 10 times fast. AutoStream Car Care Center. AutoStream Car Care Center. We partner with them. They have 10 locations around Maryland here. And to start off our partnership with them, if you go to any location, and you say, hey, I heard you guys on the Ryan Ripken show, or hey, I heard Ryan Ripken's working with you, they are going to take $50 off any service there. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me, but don't take my word for it. Check out all of the Google reviews out there, highly rated, and they're willing to help you. $50 off for any service. Go check out AutoStream Car Care Center. Now, from that stream back to this stream, Zach, man, it is Friday. You know, we got to have a little fun. We got to relax. I want to get back into the fun segments. And, you know, one of those fun segments that was created last year was Let Me Put My Poems in You, which at first listen, you might have questions. I know Nate still has questions about what that entails. Essentially, I read song lyrics in poem style. Like, you know, it's like we're dimming the lights. And then the game is to guess which song that is. Okay, Nate, does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
You understand it now? Were you worried that wasn't? What was not clear about that before?
I just didn't know what you meant by it, but I think I'm ready.
Classic yep. Nate not knowing. Well, here's the thing, because I might have to think about this. Zach, if I thought you're not good with music and I thought Kevin is not good with music, coincidentally, like wildly, Kevin's really good with Waka Flocka Flame, you know? But
Kevin used to be a DJ, and I still don't believe that. We need to get on the 24-hour stream. I'm going to need Kevin to put some DJ stuff to use.
But I'm afraid, though, Zach, to put Nate in a tough position on a song early. So maybe our audience here, our channel members, I see you, and Zach, you can give me a thought. Do I take it easier on him? Do I go 2000s? Do I go 2010s?
Please do that, please.
Because 1990s.
He's screwed on that.
Oh my gosh, there's no chance.
I know 90s rap, a little bit of it.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I do. I have a playlist.
Oh, watch out now. Intern Nate's got a playlist here. Holy
I
shit.
promise I do. I can show you it. I listen to some Eazy-E. I listen to Tupac. Some of it.
Damn. Then that, you know, 90s rap for sure. So, two artists right there. Two artists in the 90s playlist there, Zach.
He's got it down pat.
Yeah. All right. So what do we think? 2000s or 2010s? Before we get into the next, we'll get back.
I think 2000s. We'll start with 2000s.
2000s here. Nate, what do you feel confident with 2000s? Pop, hip hop,
pop, definitely pop.
Oh, okay. So while I figure that out here, we're going to continue on with a little bit of football conversations, but I am going to look up some very popular songs in the 2000s. Okay.
I think I'm ready, dude. Trust me. I know a lot of 2000s music, so I think I got it.
Zach, is he ready for this?
We'll find out. We're going to find out.
Okay. Nate, I have reservations. This one to me might be hard for you. Okay.
Bring it on.
All right. But I think it's a layup. I think it's a layup. If you're talking about 2000s, this is hint, 2000s pop, 2000s hip hop. Okay. That
okay.
Fair?
Yeah.
But it's like a poppy hip hop type of song. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
All right. But let's bring in our segment. Let me put my poems in you. Okay. I wish I had my glasses. Wish we could turn the lights down low. Zach, can I get a little snaps here? Little snaps. Okay. Nate, are you ready?
I'm ready, man. Let's see it.
Up in the club with my homies. Trying to get a little VI. Get it down on the low key. Because you know how it is. Hey. I saw this shorty. She was checking up on me. From the game she was spitting in my ear. You would think that she know me. I decided to chill. Conversation got heavy. She had me feeling like she's ready to blow. Watch out. Oh, watch out.
Oh.
She was saying, come get me. So I got up and followed her to the floor. She said, baby, let's go. And when I told her, I said,
I should call.
no. Do you know the song, though?
I'm trying to think about it, but I don't think I know this song. I think you got me stumped, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Is
Zach
it Usher?
knows
Someone
this
said Usher. Is it Usher? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Usher.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Is it yeah by Usher? Is that it? Yeah,
She
yeah.
said, baby, let's go.
No.
When I told her, I said,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's yeah by Usher. Is that
No,
it?
it's just yeah.
Yeah. It's just yeah.
All right, dude.
This
We're not done. We're not done. All right. You gave me one
No.
song. There's more songs. that I know.
No, it's done. It's over.
No, it's just a one song per.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You just got to bounce back
I'll
next
be back
time.
for a rebound next time. I promise. I will. I'm gonna study my 2000 songs, whatever I need for the next time. I promise.
I don't
You
know.
got it.
You're gonna have to take notes. You're gonna have to
I
watch
will.
Kevin.
I will, dude.
If you're gonna be Kevin Jr., you have to watch Kevin do this. I think Kevin would have gotten that, Zach. I think
Kevin would have gotten that. I
Yeah.
trust Kevin on that. I do trust
He
Kevin.
might have, but
So you
I
don't
got it next
know.
time.
You don't know. Take that and rewind it back. Little John got the beat to make your booty go.
oh yeah, I do know that song. I never knew the name of it, but I've seen it on like TikTok and shit.
Zach, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Well, it is our Friday, and that was Let Me Put My Poems in You. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like and subscribe button. And I'm very sorry about intern Nate. That was tough. But you know what?
I don't apologize. I'm doing what I can.
I'm sorry about intern Nate. But back to what else is happening here with this whole situation. I know a lot of people felt hurt what happened here in Baltimore. Not a great year for the Birds. Then the Ravens. Ravens are looking for their second head coach, so there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of frustration, but there is some hope. And right now, there is some more news on that front, Zach. The Ravens have conducted an interview, but it's a second time through, right?
Yeah.
It's a second time.
So
You go on that?
yeah, so apparently Tom Pelissero on NFL Network today noted that Kevin Stefanski appears to have a second interview lined up with the Ravens. So that means they're getting into their second interviews. We know as of yesterday, Mike McDaniel interviewed. So maybe that was their last first interview. Now they're maybe asking guys back, guys getting more in person. I don't know. Maybe Stefanski, I'm not sure if he was virtual the first time and this one's just in person. If he was in person now, potentially both. But I would assume we're getting to a second round of interviews, it looks like, for the Ravens. And at least what it seems is it's starting with Kevin Stefanski from the Cleveland Browns.
Well, and you heard the list. And Bisciotti, we played the clip yesterday, and we talked about it a little bit more at length. But Steve Bisciotti said, unlike 18 years ago when they were hiring John Harbaugh, he's not as concerned, and he's not going to take off the table previous head coaches that were the top hot offensive coordinators or defensive coordinators 5, 6, 7 years ago that might have been in a bad situation with no quarterback or just in a place, paraphrasing this, but a place where it was hard to have success. So, like, when you look back at that, well, the names that would jump to mind are what? Kevin Stefanski would actually fit that mold.
Yeah.
Robert Saleh would fit that mold.
Mike
McDaniel would fit that mold. And then
Brian Flores.
So it's interesting, right, Zach? Because here's the dynamic. And look, I think Kevin Stefanski is a hell of a coach. Still trying to figure out if that's going to be the fit here in Baltimore. I don't know about that. We're going to see. But clearly that is something that is on Steve Bisciotti's mind. Now, the other part that people are wondering about is the new up-and-coming head coach. Who's going to be that next star? And in this case, Well, there is a lot of speculation around certain head coaches or head coaching candidates that are still in the playoffs right now. There's a lot of hot names. But one of the names, well, they're the number 1 seed over there in the NFC. And actually, the head coach was the former defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens, Mike Macdonald. Could we possibly have a switch? And the guy that I'm referring to, Clint Kubiak, offensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks. He's had a lot of interest from teams. And Zach, I think we have a clip. Clint was just asked about how much interest teams have had. So I just want to play the clip from Clint Kubiak at the presser, and then we'll talk about it.
Like going through the head coaching interviews?
It was good. It was, there was a lot going on. It was on a couple of our days off, which was perfect timing, and then right back to business after that.
Did you do any prep like ahead of time in the off season, during the season for those type of moments, or was it just like, all right, this team called, so I started the process?
In this profession, those are things that you always kind of think about in the summers in your off time, so that when those times come, then you're ready to roll. But main thing is just being yourself.
So I know it was a little bit harder to hear, it was a little bit quieter, but Clint was saying, hey, off days, it was a good time to do that. It's always a hard question for some coordinators because you know what? If the Seahawks go out and lose in the divisional round or they don't get to the Super Bowl, it's always that conversation, well, was the coordinator focused enough on the task at hand? I don't think that that's fair to them at all. Obviously, if we're talking about Mike Macdonald before with the Seahawks, Mike was focused. That defense was humming all season long to the final game where they played the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game in Baltimore in 2023. Didn't allow a single point in the second half.
Yeah.
But clearly, Zach, that's a name that people are wondering. And clearly, a lot of teams are wondering about, for Clint, what that could be. What could that specifically look like if he were to take over an offense? But, in some cases, the Kubiak system, if you're going back even from Gary Kubiak, if you're doing this, the family tree, Kubiaks know how to run some pretty good offenses. The Shanahans did the same thing. Look at Kyle Shanahan out there with the 49ers. But when you're looking at least in Baltimore's case, it doesn't seem like you need to unlock the Ravens offense. You really don't. To me, I think the more focal point is going to be, do you feel that you're creating this leadership and get back to what made you the Baltimore Ravens, like that energy? As much as people want to knock John Harbaugh for the blown leads in the fourth quarter and not getting back to the big game, the leadership quality that Harbaugh possessed was evident.
Yeah,
it was. So it's, what do we think that the Ravens are going to value here? Are they going to value an up-and-coming mind, but maybe isn't going to be that completely fiery in your face type of guy? Or do you want more of that passion? Because I'll tell you this, Sean McVay to me was, fair to say, Zach, Sean McVay was definitely the hot name that popped out there. It's like, whoa, who is this guy? And he was brilliant. But if you hear Sean McVay talk, you're like, damn, dude, he commands the room. Damn, dude, this team gravitates towards him. That's just what I feel like the Ravens are going to look more towards. I mean, I don't know if you feel differently. I mean, how do you feel about the Clint situation?
I mean, I think off just his offensive mind is what you're trying to get. It really does come down to, do you think he can be that guy that commands the room? I think he has proven everything as a coordinator, done it at multiple stops in Minnesota, in Seattle. And I think he's a guy that, I mean, the Seahawks were a top 2 offense in the league, I think, really just behind the Patriots in that respect. But this is a guy who I think, working with Lamar Jackson, it's going to come down to, if Lamar likes him, if he thinks he can get the most out of Lamar, I think they are going to find a way to maximize Lamar's talent. And whether that's getting a team leader that can get everyone going, and you bring in a guy like Saleh or Flores, and then you bring in an OC that can handle that. Maybe you go with a Mike McDaniel and, or Stefanski. McDaniel would be calling the plays, but then you have someone else, an OC under Stefanski. I think the biggest thing is going to be how can someone set the culture, but then I'm still all in on offense. I think it's something like 12 of the last 13 Super Bowls have been won by an offensive head coach. The only one being the most recent defensive head coach to win a Super Bowl being Bill Belichick in 2019. So offense is the way to go these days. It's been proven. I think you need an offensive mind to win. And the more it's happening and the more it's kind of the rumors are floating, I think the more I'm buying into Mike McDaniel. I think that's just a guy that, his time in Miami didn't end the best, but this was a guy that took that same Miami team to, at one point in 23, it came down to Ravens and Dolphins on New Year's Eve, and it was winner gets the 1 seed. So he's proven he can win. I think Miami this past year has about 4 good players that you can build something with, so I don't think it was on him. And he's still, those players fought for him. They would go to the end of the earth for him. You saw in the videos afterwards, he still had full control of that locker room. And I think this is a situation where maybe at the moment I would lean McDaniel as the guy I think maybe they'd pick. I was so in on, I thought it was going to be a young up-and-comer, a Shula, a Kubiak, someone like that. But I'm just starting a Minter. I'm just starting to lean towards, I think they go with someone who has done it before.
It feels a little bit different. And hearing those comments, and I'll be honest, if we're talking about those guys, I still like Kevin Stefanski a lot for so many reasons. And the thing is, in the reports with everyone out there of going, well, look what happened there with the Browns and Shador. And look, the Browns have had a lot of issues overall in general. So I don't want to pin that and talk like we knew what was happening in the building there. So I don't think that that's fair. And clearly the team didn't act like they were throwing in the towel. Hell, they beat their two of their division rivals in back-to-back weeks to end the season, in the Browns and the Bengals, who in the Bengals were at full strength with having Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, right? So the Brownies, in their case, didn't quit. But I don't know if that's the right fit still. I'm not saying that. But to your point, Zach, for the Ravens, you're in a window right now that if you're going to get a new coach, I do think commanding a locker room, which is not as young as it used to be, and you're going to have some veterans, you're going to have to feel really comfortable with getting your messaging across. And because, look, it's hard to win in your first year in the NFL, extremely hard. It's going to be even more challenging if you're looking at things from a whole different lens. So it's either your coordinators have to be so rock solid, or you're going to have to be willing to live with the fact that the Baltimore Ravens, you take this job, you're not expected to win the division.
Yeah.
You are expected to go to the Super Bowl. And that's a lot of things when head coaching opportunities open up, Zach. That's not the case. Like Mike Tomlin, whoever gets that job, no one's expecting Pittsburgh to go to the Super Bowl next year. They go, there's a lot of things. Now the reset happens. They're going, no. Baltimore's got to win. Like that pressure is a lot for a first-time guy. And so you're right. I'm really curious to see where this continues to pivot. We're going to follow that a lot more closely as we get closer. But I honestly think, Zach, unless they're blown away by a new guy, I don't think that Steve's going to be bought by the hot topic this year. I think he could be sold on one of the ones that knows and learned a lot from the first experience. And I still think the Ravens' job, whatever coach were to come in for next year, that it's the best head coaching availability right now. Right now, it's the best head coaching availability. Then I would say, now it looks like Harbs is going to be the Giants head coach. Still not out there, by the way, yet. So we were supposed to have Ian O'Connor from The Athletic. He's still waiting for it. So when that's done, he's going to join us then. Could be. I don't know.
I'm not worried if I'm the Giants. Both them and Harbaugh have proven to get things done when it's close in the fourth. So we'll get across the goal line. Neither blow fourth quarter leads when they're expected to get things done.
He just wanted to throw something in there.
I was just saying, what, I can't make a comment about the situation?
You're a good kid. I don't care what they say about you. I don't care what Nate is saying about you here. You're a good kid. Nate, you hanging in back there?
I'm hanging out, relaxing.
Yeah, he's chilling right there. And we appreciate you chilling and relaxing, hanging out with us on this beautiful Friday, January 16th. And if you are new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Typically, so you guys know, if you are new to the channel, because we've had a lot of new guests, followers, subscribers over this amount of time. We are a daily show that runs Monday through Friday, I should say, 5 days a week, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube, X, and Facebook. We also then have content that goes out at different times. Follow on all the socials if you miss out at Ryan Ripken Show. But here on YouTube, we're going to have different days where we have some activities on the show. On this Friday, our activity is if you are a Rips Better Kid channel member, so we have the good kids and the better kids. The Rips Better Kids, we are going to have the call-in space for you. So I believe in about, Zach, we've hit all of our main topics here. So maybe like 10 minutes, we'll open this up.
Yeah.
We'll open it up, and we're trying to run a more tight ship. You guys know we go off the rails, and the call-ins typically do. But then we're going to open up the call-ins for about 10, maybe 15 minutes, and that is for our Rips Better Kids. You come on, and we're going to talk about even some of your thoughts, concerns, or hell, you just want to riff it. We're here to do it. So excited for that. We're going to open that up. And yeah, there's just so much that's been going on here, Zach. And here's the crazy thing. As soon as this ends, there could be more news. Maybe not in the football landscape, but everywhere else. But speaking of football, Zach, divisional round.
Yeah.
You got some picks in mind? Do you have some for me?
I really think, I do not think, I'm following the one thing that I think not enough people are talking about is I don't know if Sam Darnold, what's going on there. There's a very real chance that Drew Lock plays this game.
So here's the thing right there. Why don't we take, since we're talking about some upsets, a little, maybe if you have a little betting fever, why don't we take a quick trip up to our friends at Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races in West Virginia.
Beautiful.
Not
Beautiful.
bad. Well, Zach, talk to us about that because, look, I know you're looking to profit a little bit. You always have your Bolly's bets. But is that one of your matchups you're eyeing? Because Sam Darnold is dealing with an oblique injury, a little OB action. And isn't that ironic? We were talking about obliques yesterday, about how they're a pain in the ass. And then that's what's being reported for Sam Darnold's injury, no?
Yeah, it is. I mean, 49ers are 7-point underdogs, and that's
crazy.
Yeah, that's just, especially with the uncertainty of Sam Darnold right now. This 49ers team has done nothing but just play through injury. And I get it, like George Kittle's injured. Like okay, add it to the list. I just think that this team, Christian McCaffrey, Juwan Jennings, they've got enough bodies. They just get it done. Robert Sala's got that defense playing out of their mind. The Seahawks were not as dominant offensively towards the end of the season, and then coming off, obviously, with the bye, we've seen so many times that bye week just kills teams' momentum, especially offensively. Parlay that with the fact that, hey, Sam Darnold not feeling 100%. I mean, I don't know. I do not understand that.
Zach, I was just reading something up the other day about how Sam Darnold said that he's ready to go and he's going to be playing.
Yeah, it's going to be he'll play, I'm sure, but it's whether how's he feeling, and that's all after, you can sit here on, Friday, Thursday and be like, hey, I'm ready to play. It gets sore real quick when you get hit a couple times and it just takes one or two.
Yeah, that's a good
Hey,
point.
I'm not, I can't put everything into this throw that suddenly a touchdown over the top gets intercepted because the corner made up ground because the throw wasn't as hard. It's little things. I don't think the Seahawks are 7 points better than the 49ers, even at home, where ironically, because of the 12s, Mike McDonald has struggled more at home than on the road.
Yeah, they're elite. They're road warriors, like
Mhm.
legit road warriors. But it is fascinating. It's a divisional rival. Like, look, the Seahawks, I think on paper right now, if everything's, all things considered, yeah, like they should be the team and they should be favored and they should win, but do not sleep on the 49ers. They've been around. Shanahan, fantastic head coach. Robert Saleh, with all the injuries they've had, and Fred Warner's trying to play in this game. And if he does or doesn't, the 49ers believe that they can win. And you know what? They did win week 1, I believe, or early on in Seattle. So when you win in a place against a division rival, that gives you confidence. And even though they're down George Kittle, I think it's Jake Tongus is the backup there.
Yeah, he plays well.
He plays well. Don't sleep on the San Francisco 49ers. So, Bali, was that your pick right now? If you have a pulse?
Yeah, I'll give it. I'll give that as my pick. I just think that game's gonna be close. I think that game's gonna be really close. It comes down to they just won by 10 in a disgusting game for the 1 seed just last week or 2 weeks ago at this point, 13-10. They scored 13 points again against Robert Saleh's defense. I'm trusting that the 49ers can muster up at least 10 points. They shouldn't be scoring up just 3 points this time around. I'll say that. I think that 49ers defense, they play inspired ball. It doesn't matter who's out there. They got 11 guys that all play as a unit. Robert Saleh's got them flying around. I just don't think they're 7 points better than – or the Seahawks, I don't think are 7 points better than the 49ers. Not this year.
So. This is the whole thing right now for this divisional round. I think all of the road teams can win. And I won't be surprised if 2 or 3 of them do. Zach, the Bills play the Broncos. The Texans are going to play the Patriots. The Rams are going to play the Bears. And then, you mentioned the 49ers and Seahawks. Dude, it was a great first round of the NFL playoffs. It should be a great second round here. And I would not be shocked if we see some road teams, quote unquote, pull the upset, because I think that the parity, it's so close. It is so close this year compared more so than any other year. And I'm really curious with the time off for teams like the Broncos and the Seahawks, can you ride that momentum that you had? Well, time will tell here, but it's divisional round weekend. And, hey, should be great. Should be fun. Go team, go sports. That's what I have. Sports. Woo! Sports.
Heck yeah.
All right. So now, are we good with anything? Do you have anything else you want to throw in?
No, I
Zach?
think we're good.
You're good? I can't believe that Nate didn't know. Take that and rewind it back. Little John got the beat to make your booty go. Ursher got the voice to make your booty go. Yeah. Hey, I'm intern Nate, and I know 2000s, 2010.
I do.
Hip-hop.
I do. I promise I do.
Hey, I know all the
You'll learn
90s
next
rap.
time.
You ever heard of Tupac? Yeah. Goodness gracious, man. Zach, you know what? He's making you look great, and that's saying
I
something.
know, it's fantastic. Fantastic.
I'll
like-
show you my playlist after the show, Ryan. I promise my playlist will not disappoint you.
I feel like I could be disappointed. I really
You won't.
do. Well, on YouTube right meow for the channel members that are the Rips Better Kids. So again, every Friday we are going to have call-ins here on the channel. I know you guys have been waiting patiently. Each day of the week we have some other segment to bring in. We also, is Friday, so we doubled it up. So we had Let Me Put My Poems in You. I sing a song, or I read a song in poem style. Someone has to guess it. Nate failed miserably, but we are having call-ins today. So I am putting the link right now for the Ribs Better Kids. Here is the link for the 116 episode 118 show. And it is posted now, and we're going to be open. We're going to be open here for the next 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, Zach. Sound good? Sound peachy?
Let's do it.
Hey, have you ever heard, it's a good question. Zach, nobody does it better. Do you know who that is, Nate? Do you know Nate Dogg?
I know Nate Dogg.
No, you don't. Sing us a song.
I'm all right. I don't feel like singing right now. Maybe another day.
That's going to be really interesting. We really don't know what's going to happen here. Oh, man. All right, so is it episode 119 or 118?
It's like 400.
You know what? I'm sorry. I think it is 119. Tom, thank you for the correction there. But if you guys missed it, the show today earlier talked extensively about this whole situation with the MLB side, Tucker, Bichette. And I thought I did put the link in for the Better Kids. So if
I just saw it. You have to refresh, but it should be there.
It's in there. So the Ribs Better Kids, it's in there on YouTube. You go to posts on there, and it will be there. I promise. Right, Zach? I'm not losing my mind. I put it there, right?
Yeah, it's there. It's there. I saw it on 2 eyes.
Oh, I heard somebody. Oh, goodness. There's another person. Oh, gosh, I'm scared. All right, so we got a couple. We'll start off. So, again, channel members, Ribs Better Kids, every Friday we have call-ins. We appreciate you guys. You want to be a part of the channel membership, to call in and join us, click that join button here. We're not that bad at people, I swear. Maybe not. Well, I think we got Laura behind there first. Laura, Let's bring on Laura.
Am I first? Okay. Can you hear me okay? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Don't mind me looking like this. It's been a Friday. I tripped over a cat. I've tripped over a cat in the middle of the night, and I sprung something on my foot, so I haven't gone anywhere.
That sounds like a Kevin thing.
Really? Doesn't it, though?
I tripped on my cat and sprained a ligament.
Yeah. God, that does sound like a Kevin thing. Okay. Anyways, hi, Nate. Intern Nate.
How you doing?
Yeah, Nate, me, Laura, Nate.
Hi, Laura.
Hi. You know what? All I want to know is, what are the plans for spring training? That's what I want to know.
Oh, okay. That's a great question. It's a great question.
Especially since I live right here, and it is my goal this year in spring training to make sure I hit all 15 parks. So go ahead.
So our infrastructure right now, we're trying to identify the places we have the closest connection with so far. And there's a list. And last night I told Ryan O'Hearn that I'd come down and whoop his ass in Bradenton, which is right next to Sarasota. So I will have to do that. But yeah, we have some of those that we want to hit on that side. My guess is we're looking, because the World Baseball Classic starts too. So we're trying to find end of February, March. But as we get closer, Laura, we will announce to our group when and where we're going to be doing things. Some things will have to go behind the scenes, but our goal is to be down there, boots on the ground. Bolly needs to work on his tan.
He does.
Very much.
He was really enjoying the pool when we had some time. You did. Well, you're not saying you didn't enjoy the pool?
Oh, the pool at the place. Yeah, no, Brad. No, Brad was the one in the pool. Brad wouldn't get out of the pool.
Oh, Brad loved the pool. Loved the pool. So Laura, to answer your question, yes, we will have. We will announce those dates. We're also trying to get the Super Bowl Radio Row, Media Row finalized here. We got approved for our credentials. We're just getting all of that taken care of. So, we're going to San Fran.
Nice.
Then we're coming back. And then, sugar, we're going to Florida. Gavin Schultz is like, you come out to Arizona. So Zach might be going to Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So
you still working on the Ryan Ripken Winnebago?
Oh my, yes.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to write that down. That's going to be a priority. We have to get that rocking. Or Zach, why don't we get the U-Haul going again?
We're not doing the U-Haul again.
Nate, did you hear about the U-Haul situation?
No, what happened?
So it's about a 14 and a half hour drive down and back from Sarasota.
Okay.
And we stopped over in Orlando area to pick up a U-Haul from Jamie, my wife's dad, so father-in-law. and because we were bringing some stuff up. That couch you see over there, Nate, the brown one, that one was one of the items that we were picking up.
Okay.
So then we're like, oh, that'll be fine. But then you can only go like 50 miles an hour because of the weight and what we had. So
and there were like 4 y'all in the car.
Brad left like 2 or 3 hours later than us, and he got home 2 or 3 hours ahead of us.
Damn.
He passed us in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was so demoralizing. Watch him hit 70 miles an hour driving by.
That is crazy.
We were just chilling. We were just chilling in the right lane. So if you're driving slow, and that's fine, be in the right lane. That's what we did. We did the right thing
The whole time.
Yeah. So that was that. That was
All
that.
right.
That's our thought. But Lauren, any thoughts before we let you go?
Well, my thing says bad decisions abound. So
Whoop, whoop.
Where's mine? Oh, timeout. Timeout.
Yeah, Ryan, go get yours.
Oh, I have mine. Hey, Friday, baby.
I'm all about supporting the sponsors, baby. Deep Eddie, let's
They
go.
love it.
They love it. I'm going to tell Dave. I'm going to send him this, and he's going to go,
Please.
hell yeah. And then he's going to say,
Please
when
tell
are we
Deep-
getting drunk on air? That's what he's going to tell
Yeah,
me.
please tell Deep Eddie Dave that I'm double fisting tonight.
I will. Oh, yeah. You know what? Nothing will make him prouder. Nothing
All right.
will make him prouder. Laura, appreciate you. Happy Friday. We'll be talking soon because probably when Zach's going to on his little retreat
Yep.
for his softball winter meetings,
Something's
Ball
gonna
does put a sign somewhere. So, yeah.
Always
Sounds good. We'll talk more shop next week. I was trying to keep it short and sweet today. So
Thank you, Laura. Appreciate
Nice meeting you, Laura.
nice meeting you, Nate.
Laura,
Great manners
go.
by you, Nate. Good for
Great
you.
manners.
Thank you.
great job, Nate.
But make no mistake, you're still on thin ice.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Well, I think we got who's next then, Zach? We got Rick.
Yep, we got Rick.
Rick,
What's going on, guys?
what's up, dude? How you been?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
Hey, also, by the way, I
what-
got to say, hey, happy. I saw the anniversary. That was a few weeks ago. Happy anniversary, man.
Yep,
Doing
last
good.
week, 30 years.
Woo!
Anniversary of the blizzard of 96.
What
We
a
got
blizzard
snowed
it
in.
was, Rick. What a blizzard it was.
So we went up to the mountains to see some snow since it was the anniversary of the blizzard.
Yeah.
And of course, it was the warmest week ever for January in the mountains, but there was snow on the ground,
It's always how it happens.
right? But let's talk Orioles for a minute.
Yeah. Let's
So
talk.
it sounds to me like they're leaning towards Gallen. Am I right there?
Honestly, if we're looking at free agents, I think Gallon makes more sense because if the Mets are still in on Framber, which I mentioned earlier, 126 that's going to Bo Bichette, and you were willing to pay 220, whatever it was, to Kyle Tucker. Why the hell wouldn't you be in on Framber Valdez? And probably that number in my mind, he's going to push for over 30 mil a year. I would think that deal goes 5 years now at this point, Zach. So yeah, I don't think that the Orioles are going to win a bidding war against Steve Cohen and the Mets. And if that's the case, Gallon's the only option that I think that the Orioles would be inclined to. But honestly, Rick, I think they would seriously have to consider, all right, if we're going to weigh a guy like Gallon, let's weigh the option like Freddie and then try to extend him. Like, I think that Freddie is more of interest now than he was 5 days ago, to be honest.
Yeah, I love Freddie. I would love to see him come. And I don't care if it's rental. We go out and win a World Series, he's going to want to sign here.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we don't have to sell the whole farm. I mean, we got Mayo and Mountcastle. We got to do something with them. We got the log jam at first base. So I know we can need some relievers too. They're probably wanting some relievers. But as far as the Gallant goes, sounds like we could get a pretty good deal on him. So does this mean that maybe we were being on like a Bellinger or another bat? I know you said the other day you didn't think we were going to be in on Bellinger, but
I don't think so. And Zach, we looked at it, right? All the reports from what we've heard, Belly probably wants 40 easily a year now since Kyle but I think the Yankees will not. I think the Yankees will suffer if they don't bring him in. And Zach, I think we're with this. I don't see the Orioles saying, Belly, we're going to give you 5 years, 40 mil.
I just can't. I think after Tucker just signed, I think Bellinger gets closer to 45 million.
A ridiculous amount.
Yeah, that's I can't see the Orioles making that offer for 45 million, especially that Tucker 60 million. That changed a lot. Even a long-term deal, I think Bellinger's now getting 35, 37.
I like our lineup. I really do. And we need relief pitching. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's what they do. They go after Gallon and then get some relievers.
Yeah, the one thing I'm curious about is how they continue to fill out the bullpen. But of all of that, honestly, since they have Helsley, I feel really good about who's getting the ball in the ninth. That's fine. I do believe Tyler Wells is going to go to the pen. And we've seen in the past, Wells, if that is the case, he can handle high leverage situations and he can also pitch in a long relief role. I still want more established roles for guys. It's like one of my biggest MOs. Players love when when you're going to be counted on. Now, does it change? It dictated by the game? Sure. But that I think will help with some of these guys. I'm hoping Cano has a bounce back. But I'm not as worried about them making big splashes for the pen, but I am curious how they fill it out, Rick. But the Gallon, here's the thing with Gallon, because he's done it before and been really successful, shows that he can do it again. It's just, will he do it again? And what is the price tag going to be for that? Because last year we brought it up multiple times, but Nick Pivetta, 4 years, $55 million. Everyone around baseball is like, okay, good for him. Go take Nick Pivetta. If Pivetta was available now after what he did last year, he would be commanding 20-some mil a year. So and that's how I look at Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen is 1 year away from reminding people that he can be a top line, top two in a rotation guy. So
yeah, I mean, his career ERA is 3.58. So I mean, other than last year, he's been a solid top of the rotation piece.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where he slides in now with last year. I mean, where do you put Kramer? Do you think he's in our starting five if we get Gallen? I do too.
I do. I mean, Zach, we've talked about this. I think Eflin is the one that goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Where if they don't change anything, Eflin's the, we have that
spot
security.
Starter, sixth guy.
We have
that's
security.
the way I see it too.
I think Dean's been ascending as much as people want to get on Dean. He had a really solid year last year.
Oh, he was a horse.
Yeah, but he had a horse shit April, and he knows that.
God,
and I tell him dude, I can't wait till I have him back on and be like, how do we get you through April?
If we could trick him into thinking it was May, we'd be set.
Dude, it's funny because we joke about it all the time. Like all the time I talk to him about it. But the thing that I love is he believes in his stuff more than ever. So I do believe the Orioles sense that. But above all, they need depth.
And he seems like a leader in the clubhouse. He seems like a guy that the guys respect too.
Yeah, he's a good dude, and we hope to have Dino. I'm going to try to get Dino on before the World Baseball Classic because we won't be able to see him in spring training. So Zach, write that down.
That was
I'll get that down. Nate, write that
I'm looking forward to that this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be WBC is gonna be sick.
Yeah,
it is.
Maybe we got to send Zach boots on the ground.
Bali boots on the
Miami.
ground.
I'll go to the Japan one.
I don't think that's in the budget yet.
I was gonna say if I'm going to Japan.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
One last thing. Who you got this weekend? We got Buffalo and Denver, San Francisco and Seattle, Houston and New England, and the Rams at Chicago.
I'm gonna go. If Darnold is healthy, I'm gonna take Seattle. I'll take the Rams. I'll take the Bills. And I think I might take Houston if Stroud doesn't shit down his leg.
That's the X factor right there.
Because
I can't trust CJ Stroud.
I think it's gonna be a 20 points wins that game.
Yeah, that Houston defense is unreal. If Stroud could just have a decent game, I would take them all day. I was really thinking in the Super Bowl we might see Houston and the Rams, but it's going to be tough because the Rams got to go to a freezing Chicago this week. That's not going to be no cakewalk. And then Houston with Stroud, that's the X factor. But I'm pretty much the same. I think Buffalo might sneak in there somehow. I just have a feeling Josh Allen might put on that cape and they might sneak in there somehow. I was high on Houston, but now I'm leaning into the Buffalo.
Yeah.
I mean, Zach, is that still your team in the AFC? Buffalo?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. They just have star power. I just at this point, I go with the best quarterback. I think it's still Josh Allen. It's going to be interesting, though.
You don't think it's going to be Drake May?
No. I don't think the Patriots get it done this year. I think it's just one of those.
Drake May.
It'll be experience. I think experience wins.
I got Drake May in the Super Bowl, but losing against Seattle.
Yeah, Drake May's had a heck of a year, but it's just hard to put too much confidence in them with that schedule they had this year. I mean, I could be wrong. Broncos and the Patriots are the number one seeds in the AFC, so they might shock us all. But
I think they just played really, really good games against bad teams. So I think they're gonna go to the Super Bowl. That's my guess.
So you're on the Drake May.
I wasn't at first, but because I was like, oh, their schedule's so easy. And it is easy. It's a really easy schedule, but they played these really, really good games. And you have to see how Drake May plays in these games. I think you'd understand. He is legit.
Oh, he is. And it's going to be a fun weekend watching these games.
I am super excited.
It's going to be great. And sorry, it's Drake May, right? Yeah. Zach, I messed that up.
It's Drake May, the schedule May. There you go. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I swear.
Zach, can we fact check that? Is that no?
What is it?
Drake, the schedule May.
Okay.
We're on.
Yeah. Hey, Rick, appreciate you, man. Thank you. I'm sorry again about Nate. He's working on it.
Hey, he seems like a good kid. We can work with him.
Thank you, Rick.
He's a good
Always
kid.
good to talk to you, boys.
Hey, Rick, yeah, every Friday, that's our plan. And we got a lot of things planned, man. It's going to be fun, but we'll be talking more. The birds, I don't think they're done with moves, so we'll talk a lot more and see what happens, all right?
Sounds good, buddy. Take care.
All right, Rick.
Rick.
All right. 2 down, 1 to go. Final call in right now for the channel members. And they've been waiting for it. I know it's the Martins because they got a house divided here on what's going on.
How's it going, guys?
What isn't going on?
That's a great question. It's a great question.
Hey,
it's not official yet. It's not official yet that John Harbaugh is going to be the head coach of the Giants, but it's kind of there.
But it's like kinda.
It's kind of
happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
The funniest. Oh, sorry. She wanted to say
Yes,
hi.
hi.
Hey, see, there's excitement. There's a buzz, right?
Say hi. Yeah, you're there.
You're here. You're ready. You're a Giants fan. I said it first.
Split.
I don't know if Nate's met me yet or knows about the Martins. So Nate, if
How you
you're
doing?
wondering, so he and I will sit here in the same household on the phone watching Ryan Ripken and Kevin and Zach. So this is a Ryan Ripken household.
Okay.
I'm a Giants fan, and I'm probably one of the only ones in the chat. I'm
Sure.
claiming myself the resident Giants fan of the Ryan Ripken show. My thoughts on it are this. Ever since Coughlin, who was such a pillar in the community of the New York Football Giants, we got these new, shiny, never been head coach, never been whatever, and we've been absolute crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We had a couple good years. We had a couple. I don't use the word hate. I hated McAdoo. I was okay with Judge. Spags kind of had to just an intern, but I liked Dayball. I liked Dayball for what he did. I liked but liking someone is not enough to be okay with losing so much. And I think the veteranness and the knowledge of someone like a Harbaugh is going to do good things for the Giants. That being said, he and I have been together almost 11 years, and I've spent 11 years hearing nothing but goods and bads about Harbaugh. So now it doesn't leave my house. The Harbaugh stance, the bending over on the knees doesn't leave the house.
No, it doesn't.
I'm
Yes.
intrigued. I don't know if I'm excited. I don't think I'm disappointed. I'm intrigued.
Well, you're also gonna
Let me
get.
tell you something. I'm sorry. Say what
No,
you
no,
want.
you go ahead. He
Okay,
can stop.
listen. Most people I know, I'm from Connecticut, so most of my friends are Giants fans, and they are
sorry.
super, super excited about Harbaugh. They think that he's going to change the franchise. He's going to have winning games for them. They're going to have winning seasons. They think that Harbaugh is the next him, basically.
You know,
I've seen that.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, Zach, and you might have to correct me on this. Has a coach that won a Super Bowl in his first place gone and won a Super Bowl? It hasn't happened. So John Harbaugh would be the first head coach ever to win a Super Bowl with one team and then go win a Super Bowl elsewhere. So history is not on his side. But when we talk about, though, creating culture and change, I think Harbs is going to do that. I think he's going to put a great staff. I think the Giants have pieces. You got Dart, you got Scattaboo, you got Tracy.
Neighbors. I mean, those alone.
It's a really great position, and you have a high draft pick. So there's a lot to like here. And also for Harbaugh, we just mentioned with the Ravens, and Kieran, you know this, we talked about it, the next head coach in Baltimore is expected to go to the Super Bowl. Like, that's the expectation. Harbaugh's is, Zach, what'd you say? If they make the playoffs, it's an unbelievable year next year. If they go to the playoffs, what's the expectation? Yeah.
My thing is, all these Giants fans that are calling him like the next Messiah to the Giants, and like that's all well and good. I would be happy to win 5 games next year. We won 3 games last year. We won 4 games this year. 5 would be better for me. That's all I need. That to me is an improvement. I'm a realist Giants fan. That being said, I am a fan. I love my team.
You guys are going to get 8 or 9 wins at least. That's
okay, but that's what they said this year.
I honestly am curious if Monken's going in as the offensive coordinator, friend of the show. Honestly, for us, it'd be great because then maybe we can have more of Giants conversations with. I would love Todd to come back on and talk about all types of conversations.
That was an incredible interview.
All I know is that I'm excited for the change. I'm excited to get rid of Mike Kafka. I was done with him as offensive coordinator. We got rid of our defensive coordinator a while ago. And I think John Mara right now publicly is going through chemo and stuff. And I got to tell you, and I think for his health, we need a win.
Oh, you know what? Winning.
Sorry, that was probably
but it's true. Like, all of this for people that have so much pride and care in the Mara family, John Mara, sorry. They have so much pride for the Giants. Like, this has been a foundational organization. And for them, why I think they're so aggressive for Harbaugh is because this means so much to them. They want to change it for their fan base. So, I mean, look, when you have things that are stressing you and you already have so many things going on in your personal life, I mean, this would be such a great thing for their family. And you could see, I saw moments throughout the season, right, when Dable would recognize, you could see just that little moment of the team battling. Like, it would – this is a Harbaugh hiring here. I think it's going to really help overall with so many things. I really do.
Yeah. But my last thought is just, it's one thing to have someone want you. The Giants were all in. They wanted Harbaugh. But it's another thing to have that person want them too. I know that Harbaugh wanted to be with the Giants.
Oh, yeah.
And, and that goes for anyone's job. If you want to be there and they want to have you, that connection is already 10 times stronger than just, oh, you had a good interview, now you're hired.
No doubt about it. I mean,
I'm
that's
sorry. Did you have any thoughts?
Listen, this is the big thing in our household right now. I'd be concerned if we were talking about anything
He's
else.
touching a wire.
You're good.
Hey, you know what? Hey, this is great because today we had the movie in O'Connor, who's been like the main guy, one of the main guys on the Hardball story. But we've been texting, and we're either going to have him on and do a impromptu thing tomorrow, Sunday or Monday. Whenever this deal gets done, Ian O'Connor's going to come on, officially done. Ian's going to come on and explain like everything and the nuts and bolts of what he's seen behind the scenes. So we'll give the Martin family all the insights, and then we're going to come back on next Friday and talk about it all again here, and it's all going to be positive. And I'm glad the counter was at 4. Was that what I was at?
Yes.
Yeah. You were the one keeping track.
I'm the one that started it.
I think that might be a good thing on Friday. We might just have with the child on board, I'll earmuffs it. But
She's
heard a lot
probably
worse
today.
oh, hey, growing up in a locker room, I can relate to that. I heard a lot of words, learned a lot of things as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just made you stronger. Well, guys, it's great seeing you. We're excited.
Thank you for letting me talk.
Hey, every Friday, let's do it. But we're getting back on schedule here, and this is great. We love seeing you guys, and it's a happy. The Giants are in the headlines right now for actually like
Woo!
right. So there you go. There you go.
You say bye-bye? Say bye-bye.
Can we get a bye-bye? Yeah.
Say bye-bye.
Hey, you guys be
She got
good.
hiccups.
Hey, great seeing you guys.
You too.
We'll talk to you soon. All right.
Nice
Sounds
meeting
good.
you all.
The Martins, everybody. We got a lot of good kids, and we appreciate them, and we appreciate all of our channel members, especially our better kids. So every Friday, that was our Ribs Better Kids call-in section. And look, I know in some cases when we started this off, Zach, we were bootlegging the hell out of this. In some ways, we still are. I'm not going to say we aren't, because believe me, sometimes a little fire drill going on. But we are trying to get more aligned. We're trying to give more days of content. I mean, hell, because of all of you and because of the growth of the show and the program and Ryan Ripken Media, we are doing this show Monday through Friday now. It's because of you guys. And our channel members, thank you. You guys have been tremendous. If you want to become a channel member, click that join button. The Good Kids helps us with the show. Obviously, we'll give you perks and let you know on some guests that are coming on before the date. And for our better kids, every Friday, you'll get to come on here and you'll get access to some of our exclusive content, including a little Rip After Dark, which we're going to continue to do more and more as it goes on. Nate has zero idea about what Rip After Dark entails.
No.
Yeah, I have no idea.
He talked about Rocco couldn't handle it. Nate, no way, Nate.
No chance.
No chance. Am I missing anything, Zach?
Real fast. This is because I think it was fine, obviously. Shout out, Molly. If you would have told us before the season that 3 coaches in the AFC North or 3 teams in the AFC North would be getting a new coach, would you think Zach Taylor is the one to survive?
Dude, that is it. That's wild. I've seen the SpongeBob meme. Well, it's like, yo, get out of here, scram, and it's everyone getting kicked out. And it's like, except you stay, and it's the clown, and then someone
exactly.
based on it.
Yeah, I know Bengals fans weren't too happy about that. They wanted change.
Yep. Well, everyone else changed in the AFC North. That's for sure. Right now, all those spots are still available. Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. 2 of those haven't had a coaching change in over 18 years. The other teams had a coaching change, it feels like.
Every year.
A lot, every year. So, hey, look, I think that's all we got. Right, Zach?
Yeah, I think that's it.
And yep. Oh, nasty Nate After Dark. That sounds violent.
Oh, jeez.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You don't know. You don't even know. Well, guys, he doesn't even know how to cue the music.
No.
Top left. Top left.
Top left. Big square.
Big square. Top left.
On the road.
Look to your left right now.
Straight.
Where your headphones are plugged in.
Where your headphones are plugged in.
Down.
See that thing? It's a giant square. Nope. Other side. He did it. He did it. Son of a gun. Son of a bitch, you did it. Oh, here we go. Well, hey, that's it for this episode of the Ryan Ripken Show. We appreciate each and every one of you. Have a day, have a night, have a great stinking weekend. Come back and join us here next week. We'll be live Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 right here on YouTube, X, and Facebook.